Happy Monday, everybody. Sarah, Thrifting for the Nest. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's Monday, so I'm going to do a what sold video from the weekend of sales. I've got everything all pulled. It was a pretty good weekend, not quite as busy as last weekend, but I wasn't running as high of a percentage off sale in my store this weekend as I did last weekend. But considering that, I think I only did about $100, maybe $150 to $200 less this weekend. And I am going to go ahead and put a good sale on my store at the beginning of this week just to clear some stuff out because I did a lot of sourcing this weekend, so I've got a lot more stuff to put up. So kind of the old, out with the old, in with the new mentality. So anyways, I like to do what sold videos because I think it's awesome to see what everybody else is selling in the eBay community, what it actually sold for. It gives us a good realistic idea of what's bread and butter and what items are kind of more of a rare find to pick up. You'll have to forgive me because even though I'm over this cold cough thing that I had a couple weeks ago, I still am like coughing every now and then. So not meaning to gross you out, but that's just how it goes. So it's currently 6:20 in the morning. I got a little bit later of a start than I wanted to doing this video this morning. But I have my coffee in my Disneyland 60th anniversary mug. I like the way these Disney mugs feel in my hands, but the handle isn't my favorite. It's cute, but I like practical mugs. But anyway, you didn't come here to hear about my Disney mugs. But I'm going to show them to you anyway. Because what's a fun mug collection if you can't show them off to the YouTube universe, right? Okay, so let's talk about numbers. My sales are down 12% from the last 31 days, which is a little bit to be expected considering that it's January, although January is typically one of my best months. So, but I had a great December, so I can't complain. Yeah, because we're almost to February. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we are in it. So my sales for the last 7 days is 1,492. So I had a pretty decent week. It was very consistent. I had a very consistent week last week. And then my weekend numbers, Friday I did 267 in sales, 152 in sales on Saturday, which was a low Saturday, but my Saturdays have not been great. And then 303 yesterday. So Sundays have typically been my best sales days this whole last month. Seems like I've got more buyers on Sundays. I don't know why that is, but I'll take it. So I have a total of 39 shipments to go out today. So I wanted to share with you what sold. Let me get into that real quick so I can get my numbers up because I like to be able to tell you where I got an item and what it sold for. Do you know they used to not put pictures of the item on your shipping page? So you just have to go by the description, which was fine, but I just love that they've added the actual picture of the item. It makes my life so much easier when I'm pulling stuff. So just so you guys know, my setup personally is, so this office that I'm in right now, I have 2 rooms in my house dedicated to my eBay business. So this room is where I do my shipping, my photographing, and my listing. So this is like my main workspace. And then I have a bedroom upstairs that I have all of my storage. And I store all my items on, because I do mostly clothes, most of my items are hung on hangers. So I've got basically big clothing, like utility clothing racks lined up in that room. It's like completely claustrophobic, but as long as I'm the only person in there pulling stuff, which I am, it works for me. I have a few things in totes, things like shorts, swimsuits, kids' clothes, things that don't necessarily need to be hung up on hangers. I just never got on board with the totes idea because I have kind of a photographic memory. I don't keep like a spreadsheet of anything. It's probably quite disorganized to the outsider, but since I don't have anybody really in here helping me with that part of it, it works for me at this point, at this stage where I have about 700 items up in my store. I feel like if I got to more than 1,000, I'd have to rethink my storage. We're thinking eventually maybe moving all of the storage into the garage, honestly, mostly so that my boys can have their own rooms, because right now they share a room, but I don't want to take my husband's garage away from him either. So we're still thinking and mulling over that. But right now that setup works for me. I used to have everything in one big office, and which was the room upstairs, and then we did some shuffling around. So anyways, that's how that works for me. So I went up there this morning and I pulled all 39 items to ship so we can get started. So the first item, this actually sold on auction. It's really cool. And actually, I kind of wish that I would have kept it up. I had this as a buy it now and probably just a too high buy it now price. It's like a bright pink shiny vintage NASA hat. It's so cool. And it only sold for $9 because I auctioned it off, kind of hoping I would garner some more viewers. I had this up for like 40 buy it now just because it's so cool, and actually comps were around that point. And then I've kind of been going on a rampage lately. Like if it hasn't sold, I'm auctioning it. So I'm disappointed with the sale of this because I really think that if I would have held out for maybe not for 40, but for like 25 or 30, I probably could have got it. But that's the risk you take with auctions, right? I mean, I like the consistency of having auctions closing through the week. I feel like it brings more buyers to my store. So it's kind of like the lost leader mentality. But you have to carefully pick the items that you're doing that, because honestly, most of my auctions are either not selling at all or they're selling at opening bid. So you have to be okay with stuff going at opening bid, which most of it I am. Most of it, if it's been on my shelves for 4 months, I don't care and I want it out of here and I'm still making some money. But that was, sometimes there's some disappointment with auctions. It's not like it used to be in my opinion. All right, so the next item that I sold is, so this tag, Unity Worldwear, I only really buy this at the bins, or like if it's 69 cents at Salvation Army. I sold this for 17. I find the larger sizes of Unity Worldwear sell better. So I'll typically, even at the bins, I'll pass on like a size smaller medium of this brand, but anything extra large and above, or if it's got a nice print. I don't love the styles of Unity Worldwear. So it's kind of like when you don't necessarily love something yourself, you're not as prone to picking it up, but it does sell, especially in the larger sizes. So I only picked this up because it was at the bins and it was new with tags. Again, it sat and sat and sat, so it sold at opening bid. It's this Los Angeles. I'm not really sure where this is originally sold at, but I do like the style of it. It's a nice like open front cardigan, knit cardigan sweater. New with tags, got it at the bins, sold it for $9 opening bid. And all of this stuff is free shipping. I actually used to charge shipping on all my auctions, and I might go back to that. Sorry. I might go back to that, but I'm just trying to keep things consistent across the board. So keep in mind with the prices that I'm saying I sold stuff at, eBay fees have to come off the top of that, and shipping charges. So, and then of course what I originally paid for, which most of the time is not much because I buy most everything at the bins for 99 cents a pound, unless otherwise specified. So here is a Free People, it's like a long sleeve thermal top. Pretty cute. It's got like a wool knit texture on some of it on the trim. So I sold this. I took a best offer of $23.50 on this, and I did pay I paid up for this, but I only paid half price at a Goodwill retail store. I paid $4 for this item and sold it for $23.50. I got this at the bins. It's a Stella McCartney for Adidas athletic tank top. This is a great brand and I will pay up for this brand. And I sold this, I took a best offer for $20 just for a basic tank, and I did get this at the bins. All right, so last weekend my husband and I went to a retail Goodwill, and I found in a row in the athletic section, because every time I find LuLaRoe leggings, they're in the athletic section. I think it's because they just don't know where else to put them. But I found 4 pairs, and they were two of them were marked at $3.99 a pair, and 2 of them were marked for $6.99 a pair. So I took all 4 up to the register, and I asked them if they would honor the $3.99 a pair price for all of them, and they did. And that's surprising to me because normally Goodwill doesn't budge on their pricing, but they did. So I took a best offer. I priced these up just a little bit because I knew I would be taking best offers. So LuLaRoe, and they're like this chevron pattern, one size legging, and I took a best offer for $24. So I sold 2 pairs of those this weekend. I'll get to the other pair when they are in there. I have had this sweater on my shelf for a very long time. Let me get over to it here. I wish, for some reason, I mean, I pulled these in order, but some reason they're not quite in order. So sold this on auction, Banana Republic. It's just a like a merino wool sweater, and it's small. Sold it for $9.50 on auction. I bought this at the Salvation Army half price sale on Wednesday, so less than a week ago. It's a Nanette Lepore like embroidered skirt. It's super cute. It does have some flaws in the embroidery, and it's a size 0, so I priced it a little bit lower because of that, and then I took a $15 offer, but I only paid $2 for it. I had found a few months ago in the bins just a load of Hannah Anderson clothes, and I do buy Hannah Anderson if it's in good condition. Especially their dresses, if they, in coats, if they sell. I don't like to sell a lot of kids' clothes, but because I found so much of them, I just pulled them up. So it's this cute little heart sweater. It's going to be perfect for Valentine's Day. I sold this on auction for $9 starting bid. And the next item, I got this at the bins just because I only really buy this brand at the bins, or if it's the 69-cent tag day, sorry. It's at Foxcroft. So many of you are familiar with Foxcroft. The bigger sizes of Foxcroft do sell better as well, but I sold this as a buy it now for $12.99. And it's like a mint green polka dot button front shirt. And then the next one is a good bread and butter piece. It's an extra small, so I think that's why it didn't sell for more. This one also went on auction. Opening bid, $8.99, and it's an extra small quarter zip running jacket, pullover jacket. This is an Ann Taylor loft. I did find this at the bin, so it's a little bit heavy. Ann Taylor loft. It's like a zippered, chunky cardigan sweater, and I took a best offer of $20 for this. It's going to cost me, I'm going to have to put it in a padded flat rate, but still a decent profit for something that I found at the bins. I stumbled upon a little hole-in-the-wall thrift shop last weekend that I'd never seen before, but apparently it's been there for like 15 years, and their prices were outrageous. Honestly, just completely ridiculous. But they did have some decent sales going. I did pay up for this item. It's a Nike compression bra, but it's new with tags. And so I sold this for $20, and I paid $5 for it. So I'm happy with that profit. I knew that I would be able to get $20 to $25 for it. So I took a best offer on this. This thing weighs nothing, and I got it at the bins. It's only this brand, Style & Company, which is not like a big brand. It is new with tags, and it's like a scarf with like a white tiger with green eyes, and it's like a caftan style scarf with like the hole in the neck. So I took a $10 offer on this, but this did not cost me more than 25 cents probably at the bins. I've had this all season long up in my store. LL Bean is hit and miss for me, but their outerwear usually does pretty good. It's a women's small, like fleece full zip jacket, and I took a best offer of $15 for this just to get it out of my store. We're at the end of the season. I'm pretty sure I have this on a haul video, and I actually sold both of them this weekend. I took a best offer on one and sold this at my sale price. So Nike Dry Fit, it's like a men's quarter zip running jacket. I love these. I will buy these all the time. I did, I think I got these at Salvation Army for half price. So I probably did, I don't know exactly how much I paid, but I probably didn't pay more than $3 or $4 for it there. But I sold this for $30, this blue one for $30. I got this at the bins. It is vanity sizing, so it's not actually a size 0, but it's a Kiana brand, which this was the first time I'd ever picked it up, but I really liked the dress. I liked the style of the dress. And it did sit for a while. I did have to wait for the right buyer, but it eventually sold for $24. These always surprise me when they sell, but I will pick them up at the bins. I don't buy lots of Abercrombie and Fitch, but any of the men's cargo shorts, and these are super distressed and discolored. Like they're purposely discolored, like somebody threw bleach on them, or left them out in the sun for too long, but that's how they're supposed to look. So I sold these for $20. I took a best offer of 20 and I sold them within a day that I had posted them, and I did get them at the bins. So any of the American Eagle, Abercrombie stuff, those cargo shorts, they sell really well. Like Hollister, any of those brands. And I don't buy those brands most of the time, but the cargo shorts I will pick up. I got this skirt at the bins a couple weeks ago. Let's see if I can get to it here. It's Free People. And you know, Free People has a bunch of different styles of tags, but it's a wrap. It's a wrap skirt, like a floral wrap skirt. And I sold this for $22 on a best offer. I had this item, I think, in one of my very first haul videos, so it's kind of fun to see how we come around with this stuff. This is this brand, the Snow Peak brand. Snow Peak. If you ever see this brand, it's a good brand, and it's not only is it a good brand, but it's one you can really pay up for. Go ahead and check comps so you know what you're looking for. The shirts, these shirts, and I think they make like heavier ski shirts, they sell for over $100 if they're in perfect condition. I sold this only for $25, but here's why. When I bought it at the bins, it was missing 2 buttons, but when I looked up the brand, I knew that it was a good high-end brand, so I figured, you know what, somebody who really wants something like this can just go and replace the buttons on it. It does have a sample tag in it, so it's a sample. So I did put that in my listing as well. So I think I put it up for $30 just because of the brand that it was, and I made sure to be very clear. I put missing buttons in my title so that I'm not hiding the information. And I took a best offer of $25. So I'm really happy with that, considering that it's flawed and I got it at the bins. Here's an Athleta 2X, which is I did not know Athleta made 2X pieces. So I got this tank at the bins and sold it for, sorry, it's like one of those strappy tanks, so it's all tangled up. Anyway, built-in bra tank, sold this for $17. This was just a basic piece that I picked up at the bins. It's been in my store for a long time. It's an Ann Taylor loft linen cardigan, and I sold this for $10. All right, this item sold. It's an Under Armour hooded dress, like a sleeveless hooded dress. This was in my store for quite a while, and I sold it for $11. Let's see if I can get I'm trying to show you guys the style of it too, and not just the tag. It's hard when I'm this close to the camera though. All right. Soft Surroundings. I love this brand. This brand will sell all day long. It's just a plain pink striped t-shirt, and I sold it for $37. It's a great brand. This brand is usually really good, but I think because of the size, I did not sell it for as much as I wanted to or as quickly. They're Metolius climbing shorts. Let me just show you this because the tag doesn't show, but Metolius. And this brand is good. I've had really good luck with this brand. Here's all their symbols. I took a best offer of 10, but I've had these in my store for over 6 months, so I was okay with that. I sold a Walk-Hold bra. And I sold this Izod cashmere sweater. It's got pretty heavy pilling on it, but it's nice and plush and soft, and I sold it for $18. I took a best offer of 18. And then here's the other LuLaRoe pants that I picked up in that haul. LuLaRoe one size leggings, sold them for $24, so they both went for $24. And then here's that other Nike running jacket, men's running jacket. I love these so much. They're just a good bread and butter piece, and I find a lot of them here where I live. And I took a best offer of $25 for that one, so I picked them both up at Salvation Army on the same day in perfect condition, and then sold them both within a week and a half. So this is Renee C. is a Stitch Fix brand. I'm not sure if this was a Stitch Fix piece. I was a little bit unaware of that when I post it. So I did put Stitch Fix in my title. It's really cute, like a really cute texture, or not texture, but a pattern. It sat for a while though, so I went ahead and took a $10 best offer on it. Wanted to keep things moving. Here's just a good basic bread and butter sweatshirt, Nike 6.0, a solid gray. Took a best offer for $11 for this. I just love this skirt. It's a Faye Anthropology. Let's see if I can get you the tag. Here is the tag. There we go. So Faye, it's an Anthropology brand. It's this really pretty skirt. I took a best offer of $15 on this. I actually sold it right away when I first listed it, and I think I sold it for $25 the first time, and they returned it because it didn't fit right. So I had it up for quite a while actually after that when it got returned, and not a lot of interest, so I was okay taking the $15 offer to get it out of my office. The next item is this Zenergy. I really like the Zenergy by Chico's, especially in the bigger sizes. This isn't that big of a size, but it's a size 2, so it's a decent size. It's just a hoodie pullover, and I sold this for, I took a best offer of $20 on this. I totally took a chance on this item because I'd never heard of it and there were no comps, but because of the style, I decided it was worth getting. It reminded me a lot of a flax piece, but it's this Arne brand, A-R-N-E, and it's just a white button front, like high-low blouse. It's very, it's that log and look style, and I sold it for $29. So, and I did get this at the bins. So sometimes it's good to take a risk. And the bins allow me to take risks, so I love that. I picked this icebreaker piece up. It's this Pure by Icebreaker, and I knew it was Icebreaker because of this tag on the inside, and it's merino wool, and the zipper is broken. So I put broken zipper in the title and decided because it's an Icebreaker, this would be a brand that was worth picking up. So I actually did an auction on this the first time with a starting bid of $20 just to see where it would go, and I did not get a bid on it. So then I turned around and put a a buy it now price, I think, of $25 on it plus shipping, and I sold it on sale for $18. But the buyer is an international buyer, so they paid a total of $43 for a jacket with a broken zipper. So that's great. I mean, I make a little bit of profit off of the international shipping. That's just how it works with my shipping discount that I get through eBay. So I'm glad that I picked that up. Here's a Free People tank top. People are starting to buy sleeveless items because spring and summer are coming, and I took a best offer of $15 for this. I am almost done, you guys. I will pick up any Nike running shorts in good condition at the bins. So they're just a men's lined running short, and I sold these. Oh goodness, it's not even that suspenseful, and I can't find it on my thing. I promised that I sold them. I sold them for $16.71. So got them at the bins for less than $1, sold them for $16.71. That is a great return. I am happy with that. So that's why I buy them, because people, they're just a quick flip. People are always looking for them. People that are running and working out all the time. Got these at the bins. They have a little hole at the bottom of them. They're Kids Columbia Omni Heat. This Omni Heat stuff is great. It's one of the higher in demand lines from Columbia. So the keywords you want to use on these, the Omni Heat, when it has the silver dot lining, is Omni Heat and then dots warm, like all one word. Dots warm is what it's called. So I picked these up at the bins for about $1 and sold them for $20 with a hole at the bottom. So those are my sales for the weekend, you guys. I have a good amount of shipping to get done this morning after I drop my kids off at school, and then I have a lot of listing to do. I have 2 totes of clothes that are already photographed that I need to get moving on. So I've got some big listing goals this week. I'm hoping to do a lot of sourcing this weekend, so I've got some work to do. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. And if you would like to see more of these videos, you can subscribe to my channel and they will show up on your homepage. So thanks, you guys. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Bye.